Well, welcome back to another video, and as promised on Monday, this is part 2 of the dig up, so I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe at the end.
So it doesn't really matter if you've seen part 1, you can still watch this as a separate video, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, go back and check that one out. It's currently 1:48 in the afternoon on the first day, and we are moving on to installing the second gully. So the first thing I got to do is get a bit of pipe out and make a bit of room for that gully. Ah, had to be. It's a cable in there. I knew it was there somewhere anyway. Right, let's do a bit of digging and see if we can get this bit of clay pipe out. I think we can probably do it in one piece. Be nice if it came out as one piece, yeah. Rather than break it.
You put it in front of your hand for a little display.
And there, if that comes out as one piece, the gully pot might sit straight in the hole.
Yeah. Near enough.
Determined to do it now, aren't you?
Huh?
You're determined to do it now.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, with the clay bend out the way, we're going to dig around and we're going to get a gully pot in here because that's a lot better idea than just having a pipe sticking up. Why such difficulties? No, it's clay. It's definitely clay. About that height, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's standing blade about. About that height. Literally sat down pipes touching it and then cut bottom down pipe off a little bit anyway. Yeah. So we're now going to carry on trenching along in a straight line. We're then going to get a T connection onto the pipe that we already laid in the last video, connect the two together, and then carry it on in a straight line to then go under a wall and out the other side.
Whilst doing it.
Right, so we've got it to the point that we can get the T connection on. We've had to put a little 15-degree bend on the existing pipe from the last video, and then we should be able to get a piece of pipe between there and the T and connect it all together. Now, we knew it was going to have to go deeper anyway at some point, and yeah, this is the point where we need to start bringing it down.
We'll go 19. I'll cut that collar at 19.
So I've cut bit of pipe and put it on the gully, so we're now going to stick that back in the hole. I can then measure between the two collars and work out what length of pipe we need to join the two together.
Picote.
So after a bit of a fight with it and a change of battery in the GoPro, we did get the pipe connected. So we're now going to put the gully in and the T, get that bit put together, and that's going to be pretty much us done for day one.
So creepy.
So slabs in the way, isn't it?
Pickaxe?
Yeah, I'm going to take that out. Let's take a bit more of this out. Is it a slab or is it a
Oh,
don't even need your pickaxe.
Oh, exciting. Smash it.
Can I have the digging spoon?
Hey.
Can I have the oh, I've got a digging spoon, that's alright. Yeah,
Beautifully.
There we go.
Beautiful stuff.
Look at that.
Whew. You don't even know, that's
Like that. Let's just wedge some stuff under this, just to hold it up. Get the clay under it.
like that.
Good thing about clay. It's very good for holding up pipes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Ping.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
lovely stuff.
Absolutely perfect.
Now, I said it in the last video, but I'll mention it again in this one. This is a temporary job. It's not permanent. Although, you know how temporary turns out, it probably end up being permanent. So, they wanted it done as cheaply and quickly as possible for the winter. So, yeah, this isn't massively rocky ground. Obviously, you're going to be careful not to put big rocks in there. But this would be perfectly fine for backfilling for how long it's got to last.
That's what to do.
Got something to do on the weekend. No, I'm gonna make sure I actually eat properly next time.
Yeah.
You never had tattoo?
Nah, don't like needles.
Fair enough. I don't like needles either.
Right, let's get the sheet pulled back across. We can get the gravel back across this, and I think that will do for today because we're both worn out at this point.
Pull over that up to the gully, but not beyond the gully.
You'll see. Yeah.
So yeah, end of day one. So we are going to head home, and then I am going to come back here myself and finish the rest of this job off. So 8:45 the next morning, I am here on my own today, and yeah, all I got to do is dig this little bit, cross to the wall, and then do a bit of above ground piping. Again, like I said earlier, this is only temporary, so it's not going to be anything too special. But yeah, we're trying to do it as tidy as possible, so it's not too intrusive. And eventually I managed to get it most of the way to the wall, so I just kept digging until I got it all the way. Until we were left with something like this. Then once again my GoPro battery went flat because I forgot to charge them up. So I broke a hole through the wall whilst they were recharging. Did that with a breaker, a chisel and a lot of hard work. And that should be enough for us to get the pipe through. So I've gone round the other side, had a chat with the gardener, and I'm going to slot this pipe in and see if it lines up. Which it doesn't quite. So it looks like I need to take a little bit off the left hand side of this trench. Right, so emphasis again on the fact this is only a temporary job, but I am thinking we're going to connect this together somehow like this. And I'm going to try and not mess with that other pipework too much. And then we're then going to drop our other pipe down with a 90 bend, something like this, and join them together. So the old existing clay pipe, I'm not actually sure what that is. I've never seen anything come down it. I couldn't get the camera up there because it's such a badly displaced joint, but I want to leave it connected just in case. Now, I know people are probably saying you're using below ground drainage, above ground. Now, the gardener is on about growing something along here to hide the pipes, and as I said previously, this is temporary. So I was struggling to get the two pipes to go together, so I thought what I'm going to do is take this bend back off, put that onto the thing, and then push it onto the top pipe, and in theory that'd be easier, I think. Right, I think we're nearly there. All I want to do is put a bend on it to tuck it more into the wall, and then run a bit of pipe all the way down to the bottom of the hill. So I'm doing this bottom bit in black pipe because I feel like it'd be less obvious as there in black. I wish I would have had some black bends for the top bit to match, but yeah. I'm just going to shove a bit of silicone in around this joint. Like I said, I don't want to touch this clay too much, and I feel like if I put a bandsaw on it, it is going to disintegrate. So I'm thinking if I put a bit of silicone across it, and then I'll put some cement over this pipe, and that should stop it breaking anymore. Right, so the next job is to get this top bit buried and get the gravel back across. Right, so we're going to chuck some cement down in here just to fill that hole in and stop any of the mud and stuff like that going down under the wall. Right, we're nearly finished. All we got to do is get this bit of gravel back across. And then I remembered I've got to cut down this downpipe and put the bit of pipe back on. Well, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also remember, you can become a member of this channel and you can see 3 videos up front before their official release date, but you don't have to. I'm just glad you're here watching, liking, commenting and subscribing. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.